What's going on, everybody? We got Tom Macdonald and Adam Calhoun race war. And my name is... All right. Kratos, lay down. Thank you, buddy. All right. Let's jump into this. And I know we're already jumping into the Brave 2 territory, which is why when you're watching this Friday, we're doing the live listen to the Brave album, the first one. So come join your boy. Or else. I don't know what's going to happen, but please just come by. All right, let's do this.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover. Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop Zans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair.
And I know he's already touched on these issues, but I feel like it just... I think I go back on my original stance where, like, I feel like maybe... And maybe you can, I guess, beat the dead horse. But I think for something like this, I don't see it that way, because it's still, even though it does feel like it's dying down, I feel like it's very much still an issue to where it's okay to be racist as long as it's against white people. And you see examples of it every day where, people like say some flat out crazy things about white people online, and it's just okay. And it's wild. It's like it goes completely against where, I guess the ideological standpoint was to where, treat everybody, the classic content of their character and not the color of their skin. And we've just gone so far beyond that it's like, which partly is why I think the election went the way it did. Like, it's just, people just, like, nothing makes sense anymore. And it's just gone too far. And I think until that's completely rectified, I'm okay with this topic still being discussed, because it's just, I don't think anyone's saying racism isn't a thing. I just don't think it's the number one issue anymore. If you run into it, address it, sure, of course. But it's not running rampant. It really isn't. I've been all over the country, and I can, on one hand, tell you how many examples I've seen of blatant racism. Not just something happening and then they say it is because it fits what they're trying to prove. No, actual racism. And yeah.
You were enslaved, they did not care, but you were never on a plantation, and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong, don't want to see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
I know I sometimes criticize Tom's hooks, and then they eventually grow on me, but there's some that they just don't hit me the same way. But this is solid. As soon as I heard it, yeah, this is it. It would never get played on the radio, but this is it. But real quick, one of the main things I see this all the time, and it actually, you know what? In hindsight, it is kind of a form of racism, but it's like this white savior complex that these, and I won't just say it's white liberals. It's just there's certain white people that just feel like it is their duty to save people of color from something that isn't even necessarily happening. And like you see it all the time when people argue with people of color, we'll just say that, about what is like it's happening to you. You're just too dumb to realize it. You can't see it. And that is the craziest thing. Like there was just this old lady got arrested the other day for getting mad at this black woman who was supporting Trump, I guess, and told her, you don't even know what you're doing. You're gonna regret this. Ended up hitting the lady, and then calling it basically she's too stupid to understand like her rights are gonna be taken away, this and that. And it's like, oh my God, these people don't even see it. And to look at another person and be like, you're too stupid to understand what's happening in your life, even though I have no idea what your life is, you're just too dumb to understand, is probably the most common form of racism today, if I'm being honest.
If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white lies don't matter, sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot, racist, he's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in they army. Your neighborhood's all gay and claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement. All your hashtags won't save them. That ain't gangster. People begging for their life still. I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns up bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves. Just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more.
I know this is a serious topic, but that has a bop to it. This is just a solid song with a good message too. Oh man. And I will say, even though, like I've told this story before, even though I'm half and half, whatever, and people say, oh, but you know what you look like. Okay, so then then you're stereotyping based on my skin color, even though I was raised by basically only Mexican people most of my life until my mom's side, that was, we got involved. But it's like, you shouldn't, it's like, it's so common sense, but I feel dumb saying it because it is common sense, but dude, don't judge people based off of their skin color. Like, just meet someone and talk. And you probably have more in common with each other than you think. And it's just, to be honest, I don't think this will ever end, to be honest. And we're gonna even get to the point where it's gonna be only mixed race people. At a certain point, it's gonna happen. And still, there's gonna be people whiter than others or people darker than others. And it's gonna keep going. So I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But I also, even looking at it from, let's say I'm looking at it like today, I'm considering myself only Hispanic. I can do that. Even if I'm looking at it from the outside, white people shouldn't feel. You can okay, you can feel bad about what people like you have, or not people, but people. Let's just say white people have done in the past. But I can also say I feel bad about slavery in like everywhere in the Middle East. I feel bad about that too. I wish it wasn't happening in Africa. Within Africa, I feel bad about that too. Do I think you should feel guilty over it? Absolutely not. You had nothing to do with it. Your parents had nothing to do with it, and most likely your grandparents had nothing to do with it. The guilt thing is, yeah, the white guilt is kind of, I don't know. I think it might be a way of like, I don't know, maybe making yourself seem more important than you are. I don't know if that's the case, but it just it doesn't make sense to me. Like even just quickly thinking about it, I'm like, oh, my parents had nothing to do with that, and their parents had nothing to do with that. Kratos, put down my bandana. So it's very common sense. So I don't even know why it's really a thing anymore. Whatever.
In a race for dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for 'cause our lives matter more. They want us in a race war, dying in the streets. Should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed. I swear they want us in a race war.
This is solid.
Every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for 'cause our lives matter more.
As an all around song, that might be top five. I loved everything about that one. And yeah, it's all common sense. I'm actually really curious to like go through Tom's videos and like find the most ridiculous comments from people and like make a video on it. But dude, that's a solid ass song. I like that. Everything about it. The verses were crazy. In obviously it is touching on a subject that has been touched on before, but like I said, I've kind of changed my stance on how I feel about that. I think you need to keep talking about it until you know there's objective change. Like it stops. And I feel like we were in such a better place. Let's just say before Trump got in office. Not that I'm saying that Trump caused it. It is the media. Like, oh man, if you just like if you just actually go back to all the headlines they had and then actually go to the videos or whatever the comment was that they said and look back at it and see how they lied to create divisiveness. I mean, it's just you can see a clear like increase in problematic race relations right before the Trump election. And yeah, it's sad that they can have this power. And I've said it before that someone put it in the comments before that they're like these news outlets are allowed to create narratives that are just like they're deceiving. They get away with it because they keep a part of a quote without maybe letting it finish or the context to it, and they run with it from there. And most people, to be honest, they just look at headlines. And I wish that shit was not legal to do. It shouldn't be, but they're paying the price for it now. MSNBC is going under, and I'm not gonna miss him. But anyway, Everybody, thank you for being here as always. Subscribers, thank you. If you're not subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I've been told a lot recently that the videos aren't, like, you're not getting notified about it. And I don't know the solution to it other than just making sure the bell's clicked. I really don't know. I've asked YouTube, like there's someone I'm talking to at YouTube, and I'm not really getting direct answers, but it's all good. But anyway, this Friday, whenever you're watching this, it might be Friday, Thursday, I don't know. We're going to do the live listen to the first Brave album, and I hope y'all can make it. But anyway, stay safe, take care, love y'all. Peace.